We ended last season on a bombshell. Paris Saint-Germain dropping £52 million to pay for the release clause of Yvan Hermé. And we had a right conundrum to deal with there, because Yvan Hermé is not only our top assister so far in the league this season, he's also leading the way, as we can see, in La Liga for assists as well. It's absolutely vital that we try and keep him, so we'll pop in a new release clause on a new contract of £80 million, which will keep him at bay for a while from his suitors. And then moving on to his salary, we've just got just enough in the budget to keep him. Happily, he's on quite moderate wages, especially for his age and his quality, so that should keep him on the promise of Champions League football next season, at least for now. And then also on top of that, we'll get some offers coming in for Jairo. He's hitting 30 now, and he's losing his pace, so we're going to cash in and take the 6.8 million for him there. And also Brandon Thomas as well. It makes sense to cash in on him to Valencia because he's 76 rated and he's our third string striker, so we're going to take the money while we can for Brandon Thomas. In terms of the league so far, we're sitting in a pretty decent position at the moment. We're in 4th, and in terms of looking forward towards the rest of the season, there's Real Madrid, there's Real Sociedad, there's ourselves, and then Atleti and Valencia behind us is in a bit of a mini league. And if we can keep some decent momentum going forwards, then that should really give us top 4 next year, which has to be the priority. Champions League football has to be the priority, especially with the position we're in right now. And before we get into the rest of the season, just a quick reminder, please drop a like on the video if you have got a spare second. Of course, it's absolutely free to do so, and I'd really appreciate that like. If you can as well, hit that subscribe button as well to enjoy more content from the channel. I've made a little deal with myself. If we can get ourselves up to 100 subscribers, we're at 70 at the moment. If we can get ourselves up to 100 subscribers, then I'm going to upgrade the mic. At the moment, we've got this cheap and cheerful USB mic, which is a bit nasty. I feel like I'm in a little bit of a fishbowl. A little bit echoey in here as well, so upgrading the mic is the deal that I've made if we can get ourselves to 100 subscribers. Help a guy out. And now let's enjoy the rest of the season and see what fortune comes our way. We started the new year with a Villarreal, and it was a hard time for us coming back from 2-0 down. Villarreal level it up, they nick a point from us. Jeremy at the double, and not the best way to start the new year for Malaga. Then followed a trip to the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid saw us have a horrible day at the office. Benzema slamming home to make it 2-0 inside 20 minutes, and things just got worse from there. Ramon Enriquez having some kind of episode on the left wing. Let's go possession. Asensio feeds Vinicius Jr. and he does the rest. 3-0 it was inside the first half, and the game was done already. A nightmare start of the year for us. Then followed in the snow away to Osasuna, relegation fodder, and we had to really battle. We came down from 2-0 to level it up. Then even Jaime finally got us the first 3 points of the new year, and how big those might be come the end of the season as well. Finally get a little bit of a mojo back. Alvarez on the right hand side, slammed home by Cristo Romero against Valladolid in the 90th minute. Gave us 2 wins in a row, but we really had to sweat for it. It was a difficult start of the new year, but we got some fresh legs ready for the European tie coming up next, and that would be vital as we face FC Basel from Switzerland away from home. Even Jaime finding Pedro de la Vega, who slots it in. Even Jaime to Escobar. 2-0 inside 20 minutes. And we grew on from there. A little bit of confidence after a couple of wins in the season. 3-0 soon became 4. Sliding it around one-touch football nicely. Ramon Enriquez finished it off. And that was the tie done and dusted inside the first leg. 4-0 the score in Switzerland. We had a rotated team for the return leg away at home at La Rosaleda. Lots of boys getting their chances. Crespo, Gomez, Cabrera and Suarez, all young boys. And it was Gomez, one of the academy boys, slotting home from the edge of the area. A nice drilled shot. It was too hot to handle, and that was 5-0 on aggregate. Job done already in Spain. From there, we saw our opponents in the quarterfinals would be Arsenal. We'd need everything we had to get past them, but it looked like all roads led to Germany as Borussia Dortmund, big ringers, somehow find their way in the UEFA Conference League. They would be the ones to beat for whoever wants to lift the trophy. And in terms of La Liga, it was a little bit of a 3-4 horse race for Champions League football. Real Sociedad, Malaga, Valencia and Atletico Madrid all hanging around that same sort of area. It was Sociedad that we faced next as we went 2-0 up, but we had to sweat it though. Sociedad coming back with 1 goal and then Oyarzabal pulling the strings, Neil level it up. But finally we get a little bit of joy down the left hand side. Julian Alvarez and then flicked on from Jaime. Ramon Henriquez drilling home to make it 3-1 in relief as we claw 3 points back against Real Sociedad, who are having a fantastic season, up in 3rd position. Conference League time, and then it's the return leg against Arsenal. We have a 2-0 aggregate lead. Arsenal having a bit of a shocker, to be honest. And it only got worse. Escobar with a filthy goal to make it 3-0 on aggregate. The English side just not at the races. Maybe they had league priorities. It went worse for them as Captain Kessie gets a 2nd yellow card for that. And then Arsenal just imploded from there. It became 2-0 on the night, Escobar taking a touch and then sliding it home, 2-0 on both legs, and much easier than we thought it was going to be. Into the semi-finals we go. Against Stade Rennais in France. It's the first leg that we're going to check out here. Escobar finding Costa on the left-hand side, back to Escobar. He's going to look inside, and as Julian Alvarez curls it to make it 1-0 in just 5 minutes gone. We thought we'd had 1 foot in the finals, but no. Back come Rennais. It's 1-1 on the night in the first leg, and then just at the end, a goal chalked off for offside. How fortunate that might be, time would soon tell. If we have a look at the replay, the ball slid through and he's comfortably offside, to be fair. And then in the return leg at Malaga, La Rosalieda's sign-off game, it was as tight as a nun's chuff. We sweat it all the way to 90 minutes and get taken to extra time. How valuable that offside goal was in the end, in the first leg. And as we go into extra time, from the kickoff then, Gomez and Escobar combining, the ball gets put through. And if it only had been this easy during the full 90 minutes, would have been laughing. But Escobar takes the 1-0 lead. At last, a little bit of relief for the Spanish side. They get 1 foot in the finals now. And they only had to manage the rest of extra time. But 1-0 soon became 2. Gomez sliding Escobar. Score turns provider, and there's Pablo Moreno to really finish things off for Malaga. Delight for him, delight for La Rosaleda. And into the finals we go. In now, the last game of the season in the league. We have Julian Alvarez coming on the left hand side. He looks up. A little bit of nice footwork here from Escobar. A bit of 1-2. Slots it home for 3-0. That's the league wrapped up. We coast into the Champions League in the end. It was a bit of an easy ride. Not worthy of showing you guys a few easy games. And there we can see a nice gap between 4th and 5th. 74 points compared to 68. Escobar wrapping things up in the end for us. But we couldn't just quite catch Real Sociedad, who had an amazing season up in 3rd there. In terms of the Copa del Rey, Barcelona, the standout winners in the league, took the win in the final as well, beating Real Madrid. And then Escobar couldn't quite get the golden boot, just 1 goal out from Ansu Fati of Barcelona. And then in terms of assists though, have a look at this. 4 of the top 5 assisters in the league from Malaga. A credit to our midfield and scoring opportunities they provided, did ever so well. Right, it's time for the Conference League final. Malaga versus Borussia Dortmund. And Malaga, the massive underdogs coming into it for sure in Turkey. Malaga set up like this. Escobar, the man up front. And Jaime, the danger man in the middle of midfield, who's going to have a little bit of a free roll tonight. And Dortmund are going to set up like this as well. We've got Haaland, which has done really well to keep a hold of him. We've got Jude Bellingham as well, same reason. And then in the back 4, we've got a little bit of La Liga flavour to it. Estupinian for Villarreal, Longley and Carvajal, all from former Spanish sides. And Haaland ball into Benreda. Ball outside. It's Jude Bellingham. What can he do? Ball in. It's Haaland. 1-0. Dortmund take the lead. It's 1-0 against Malaga. Haaland rising like a salmon. And he was always going to meet that header fully. Good ball in. And he bullies Oscar Menguez out of it. Haaland with the goal. Is that a sign of things to come? And ball through to Escobar. Oh, what a hit. Goal. 1-1. And suddenly we're level. Dortmund haven't dominated the first half. And look at this. Escobar's pumped as they celebrate in front of the home fans. 1-1 the score. Out of nowhere. Ball going through for him. It's Munoz with a through ball. And then first time on that left peg. Woof. What a hit from Marc Escobar. Stretches for it. And the keeper's absolutely nowhere near it, is he? Luis Munoz. And then Escobar. Oh, rode the challenge well. Chance here as Jaime coming through the middle. It's even Jaime coming all the way. He sets himself. Scores! It's 2-1. 2-1 in Malaga. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up. In the second half, Joaquin must have had one hell of a team talk at half time. It's Malaga, the underdogs, in the lead now. Even Jaime carried that ball a good 20-25 yards through into the area. He sets himself. He had more pace than Longley and he drove it away home. 2-1. Chukwueze coming through now. Danger for him. It's Bellingham. Good save. Oh, and it's in. Ndombele. 2-2. No. Chalked off. Offside. Ndombele. And that's a let off for Malaga. With an hour gone on the clock. Ball in from... And then in is Chukwueze. Chance now. Oh, side netting. And a let off for Malaga again. Dortmund pressing. Knocking on the door. And now Diaz into Jude Bellingham. Surely now it's almost time. Kester heads away. Is that going to be it? Hey mate, it is. It's an historic win for Malaga. Almost 10 years since they were last in European competition. And they are back in the business with the big boys. Champions League next year, but what a way to get a running start into it. They win the UEFA Conference League, and here we go. Luis Munoz is going to lift the not so old trophy. Here he comes. High fives all round, and it's well deserved. The underdogs end up taking it in the end. A superb second half, and Malaga CF, Club de Football, win the UEFA Conference League. And surely now that means they can compete truly on a Champions League level. They're not going to be fodder for the big boys to deal with in the group stages in the next season. We might have to add to the squad though, of course. Let me know in the comments who you think we should bolster the squad with. We should have a little bit of a piggy bank going into next season. Let me know who you think we should look for. But it's been a fantastic way to end the season. We hit 4th position in La Liga. And then we round things off in Europe with a fantastic win here in Turkey against Borussia Dortmund. A much, much bigger foe than we thought we might have faced in the Conference League. So credit the lads, but it's been an excellent season. A nice way to round it off, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Drop a like on the episode if you've enjoyed it, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. But for now, I'm going to say I'll see you later. I've been your Ep4 guy. Now peace out.